shots.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? You're in the parish office center in our dining room. Well, today's kind of a celebration. The staff is with me here today. Come on in, Peggy. Have a seat.
Hi.
Well, today is the 7th anniversary. I've just completed 7 years here at Saint Mary's Parish. I came on July the 1st, 2013. And today is July the 1st, 2020. So I'm here for 7 years. Isn't that wonderful? So I'm so glad to be with the staff to enjoy some donuts, coffee, and orange juice that they brought together today in celebration of my 7th anniversary. So at 12:31, I'm going to be beginning my 8th year. Could you imagine that? Well, I came at 12:30 in the afternoon. So usually this is what happens. So it's an unwritten rule. I was telling Peggy this morning, like, how the new pastor comes in around lunchtime or a little after that, and by that time the other pastor is going out, and they're like 2 shifts in the night. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not that impersonal. The week before, the 2 pastors meet, they meet with the staff, they talk, they do all that. It's just the day of the appointment, it's like beep, 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 2 shifts passing in the night. So I came about 12:20, July 1st, 2013. Why do I know all these dates and numbers? I don't know, it's just weird. I just know these things. I mean, you have your things that you memorize, I have my things that I memorize. It's one of those things, you know what I mean? So on July 1st, 2013, about 12:20, I was coming on Saint Mary soil, and I was like, well, pulling up, and I went right to the residence, because I had the movers, take all my stuff up to the house, and then they put everything in the big living room upstairs. We have a common room on the first floor, so we put everything there. And then I went back into what is, I guess, Father DeLacy's rooms, they were, and I started just getting things ready and, unpacking just certain clothes, and then started doing my thank you notes from St. Mountains. Good morning, Kathy, how are you? Kathy's here today. So,
Thank you.
do you know everybody? This is Sandy Olzinski. She serves the parish as our parish secretary and my admin. And she's also the coordinator of Safe Environment program here at St. Mary's to make sure that we're all on the up and up here. She's also the chairwoman of the Christmas Bazaar and Craft Show. She also assists her husband in prep, and he teaches 4th grade prep, and she's the assistant teacher there. Kathy Wisniewski serves our parish as our parish bookkeeper, and she also serves our parish as the purchaser. She does a phenomenal job, and today kind of is her feast day, because today is July 1st, which is the beginning of the fiscal year. To my left, and I guess to your right, is Mary Beth O'Connor. Mary Beth serves our parish as the parish business manager and also the director of operations. Huge job. As you could well know, parish business manager takes care of all the personnel, all insurance, all risk management, and she takes care of the property because she's operations, 23 acres, 6 buildings, and to make sure everything is running efficiently, effectively, and cost effective. And so this is Mary Beth O'Connor. Peggy Hinson, who is a parishioner here as well, because they're all parishioners, serves our parish as the head sacristan. Now, that's another big job. I always said that I'd rather have a sacristan than a cook. Believe it or not, when you look at me, you probably think, what? No, but I really would rather have a sacristan than a cook because I could always go to Wawa. But, with a sacristan, they take care of everything dealing with the church. That means Sunday Mass, weekday Mass, celebrations, weddings, funerals, Holy Week. That means they talk to funeral directors, they talk to brides and grooms, they get the readers prepared, they give people prayer. They help coordinate all of that, as well as coordinate the flowers and the props that we use for the celebration of different liturgies. Peggy does a phenomenal job. Many people say to me, I don't know how she does it, because there's not that many hours in a day to handle all that, but Peggy serves as our head sacristan. She also trains the weekend sacristans, which means that when we the parish hires weekend sacristans, these are kids that are over the age of 16. Is that right, Mary Beth? As you're shoving your donut in here. Over 16, right? I guess you get working papers?
14.
Oh, 14. Oh, let me put this on silence. So, over 14, that's how much I know. Well, of course I don't know because I'm not the business manager. Just ask me questions about the priesthood or about the church or the sacrament. I could answer you that. So, and then of course, Mary Gosward is here. She is the coordinator of religious education and the principal of prep. So years ago, it used to be called CCD, and there was someone who took care of that. Well, life has changed, not ended. So life has changed with all of that, and that is that as not the coordinator of CCD, but the principal of prep. In other words, we have a day school and we have a night school. So the night school is Monday and Tuesday, and that's all those children who, for whatever reason, don't attend Saint Mary Catholic School. They choose public school or homeschool or another private entity. But Mary coordinates and is the principal of the night school for Monday and Tuesday night. And she does a phenomenal job. She has her own faculty and staff and security, does a great job for that. And she also is the one who is the coordinator of Vacation Bible Camp. So she takes care of that. In addition to that, Mary's office is the coordinator of the May procession. Her office also is the coordinator of the Corpus Christi procession. And Mary also is the coordinator of religious education entities. Like say, if you have a prayer group in the parish or RCIA in the parish or like a Bible study or men's faith sharing, it's all coordinated, of course, under Mary's office. They have their own leaders, don't get me wrong. They do a great job, all those leaders, but there needs to be a contact person. Mary's their contact person. So she does a phenomenal job at that. And behind the camera is Susan Rodzowitz. Susan Rodzowitz serves in...
Turn it around, Susan.
Yeah.
Turn around, come over here, let them see you. Susan serves our parish as an administrative assistant, but more than that, she's also the graphic designer. Not every parish could say they have a graphic designer on staff. I don't know how many do. So Susan coordinates all that, designs everything that we need, from booklets to signs, to outdoor signs, to professional signs, to booklets that go for, I don't know, Mardi Gras, and booklets that go for the celebration of Mass and things like that. Susan handles all that. She also is the admin for the Office of Business Manager, Office for the Bookkeeper, and also for religious education. So Susan has a lot of hats that she does, and she does it very well. Who's not here is Deacon Don Nichols, who serves our parish as the parochial deacon. He does a wonderful job. He's the coordinator of, as you know, the RCIA. And his lovely wife, Linda, does all the paperwork for that process. So Deacon Don, a great job in getting converts and instructing them. He also is the spiritual director of the St. Vincent de Paul Society, in which Peggy's the president. And Deacon Don also trains altar servers and liturgical ministers. So he is on our pastoral staff here. It's a wonderful staff. Who else is not here is our full-time volunteer. When do you ever have a full-time volunteer? Donna Amata Forsythe is our full-time volunteer. Donna Amata Forsythe used to be the admin for prep. And then she retired, and Susan Rodzowitz took her job, and also we expanded it. And so Donna comes in here mostly every other day or every day to help in the parish office, the bookkeeper's office, the business manager's office, the religious education office, or the pastor's office. We give her something to do, and she loves to do it. So you don't have to thank us, Bob. Bob's our husband. Gives Donna a chance to get outside and come over here and do that. So we have a wonderful staff. I think you should be very proud of your parish. And I hope that you're pleased with the work that we offer you here and the work that we do. I hope we do it well, efficient, and effective to serve you, our people. So lastly but not least, I told you at Mass, but I just want to reiterate that yesterday ended the legacy of our principal, who was here for 24 years and did a very phenomenal job by being the principal of the old school. Do you remember the old school, which was, Peggy, was it by the Annex building? Or right?
It was in the parking lot
Okay.
in front of the.
Okay, so parking lot A, parking lot A for Annex, that side. So parking lot A, the old school was there. Was it in front of the Annex
Yes,
building?
yes.
Okay, so that was there. And this office center was the convent of the Glen Riddle Franciscans. Okay, well, Kevin, principal there and principal at the new school, right?
Right.
Which was built in 03?
2003.
Yeah, March of 03. What, can you believe that? March of 03. That's 17 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I shouldn't say, Mary Beth always corrects us. She said, it's not new. Because things are like breaking or things have to be fixed or whatever. It's not new. If it's built in 03, it's not a new school. But we just say it's a new school because we had that older school for a while. So Kevin, just wanted to end this portion of his life and move on to, I don't know, he's still looking. He wants to do something else, but 24 years, great. So we have a board of limited jurisdiction and they put together the search committee for the new principal, and we'll tell you who it is, maybe this week or next week, who that new principal is that will lead our school going forward. So that's mostly everybody. Kurt Jeffrey, he is the maintenance for usually our school, but now because of the school situation, he's working here, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing that. He does both. He does both. See? I always have to ask people. You think I know everything. I know something. And they feed me with all the information. Because these women are the heads of their department. And I just want to make it very clear to everyone that we understand all this as shared leadership. I know I'm the pastor, I know I'm responsible, but the model is always a shared leadership. If it pertains to one of their offices or departments, they speak on behalf of me because they already know what I would want and they would know what I expect. So I don't expect any parishioner to think like, okay, I'm going to jump over Sandy and go right to Father. I'm going to jump over Mary Beth and go right to Father. Or I'm going to jump over Peggy and go to Father. No. They speak on my behalf. And I respect these women in a very unique way as parish leaders. And I'm grateful that God has brought them to our parish to serve you, the people, and to serve this parish community, which we all love so very, very well. Okay? Well, today is my 7th anniversary. And in about 12/21, I'll begin year 8. I'll be a newborn 8-year-old. And starting my 8th year. And it's been great. Thank God Archbishop Perez did not change me. It's very good that I'm here. And at least I told him I want to be here for the renovation of the church, the restoration of the church, because we're little by little, right? Little by little, we did the beautiful roof and the gutters and the pointing and the parapet and the caulking and the windows and all that and the gutter system, and then the plastering of all the cinder block, and then the painting of the church. So all that is done. So that's accomplished. Now we have to look at our mezzanine, our choir mezzanine, and how we're going to fix that, because that's prime real estate. And then choosing our floor, and doing all that. So we have a lot of work to do, and I want to be here for all that. So say a prayer for me today, will you? Say a prayer for all pastors and just ask God to bless all pastors, but especially to bless your pastor, please. And I'll be grateful as I celebrate my 7th anniversary as pastor of Saint Mary Parish in historic Schwanksville. Cheers to you. This is not a mimosa. This is orange juice. Everybody pick up their glass. Oh, you're already done some of it. That's right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Have a nice day, everybody. Hi, there's a shout out today for a wonderful couple celebrating their anniversary on July the 1st. And that is Marlene and Andy Godonsky. They're celebrating their 53rd wedding anniversary. What a joy it is to celebrate with them today. So Marlene and Andy, happy anniversary. You guys are the best. They're a wonderful couple that belongs to Saint Mary Parish. They are really dynamic people, upbeat, positive, and Andy is on our pastoral council, and his daughter is, of course, Andrea. She is our secretary for pastoral council. They do a great job. Well, Marlene and Andy, I just want you to know how blessed we are at St. Mary's to have both of you to be part of our parish, and that both of you celebrating this wonderful day in your life, your wedding anniversary. May God continue the good work in you and to bring it to completion. And all I have to say in the Polish, 100 lat. Happy anniversary. God bless you.